day I was working for the phone company, and I was splicing a 3600 cable, which is 3600 phone lines, with another guy. And when two guys are working on something like that, you got to know where to go. So I shared my testimony with them, and you know, and I began to realize little things, little details that I took for granted when I got saved. When I was 13 years old, I was just going to a religious church. We were Catholics, altar boys. Since I was so young, I grew up in church. My parents did readings and everything, but I never knew Jesus Christ. In the 6th grade, I began to suffer from epileptic seizures, and the first one happened while reading in front of the school, and it just totally freaked me out. I remember 3 years of trying to learn about mind control and meditation and Eastern healing techniques, and I'm talking as a kid, as a young kid. And finally I began to just give myself to these demonic things, you know, out-of-body experiences and stuff like that, that I started reading on how to control my epilepsy. And at the age of 13, I was at home and I had a seizure, and I got so mad, I got so frustrated, I was so angry, because I really thought I was starting to control these things. And a guy that was a friend of my parents said I needed to cry out to Christ. This guy wasn't saved. He wasn't saved at all right? But I cried out, and I cried out to Jesus, and I asked him to heal me, and that night, he completely healed me. Completely. Now, it would be another 6 years before I'd give my life to Christ at the age of 19. The guy who told me to cry out to Jesus, well, his brother ended up getting radically saved in this church when it first opened, back in 1990. And he led me to Christ, and let me tell you something, it has been the best thing that has ever happened to me. In those 6 years, from when I got healed from epilepsy, when I was 13 to the age of 19, I lived a lot of sin. I sold drugs, I lied to my family, I lied to my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time. I was living a double life, completely full of sin, doing things that I'm too ashamed to even mention. But at 19, I bowed my knee to Christ, and it's been almost 24 years, and let me tell you something, it is the best decision that I ever made. And I encourage you, if you're here, you're not saved, and you want to listen to the words of this song, and let Jesus into your heart. Amen.